Africa, of the continent, in securing your candidacy. You have, like you mentioned in your speech, you have the Francophones, you have the Arabic nations, you have the SADC, and then you have EAC, not forgetting the Horn of Africa. How do you intend to navigate through that?
You see, then some of these problems artificially created. Because, you know, when Africa was fighting for independence, there was a lot of unity. You see, for example, Dar es Salaam became the headquarters of the liberation of Southern Africa. You find the Mozambican Frelimo at their camp there around Bagamoyo. The ANC were around Morogoro and so on. They were being supported easily. Before that, we find that a number of South Africans who are going to Europe, escaping the apartheid, were getting their travel documents in Dar es Salaam. I myself, because the colonialists could not give me a passport because of my father's involvement in the liberation struggle, I was taken to Dar es Salaam and I got my travel document from Mwalimu Nyerere. And that's how I went to Europe. And for 3 years, I was living in Europe as a Tanganyikan and later on as a Tanzanian. I only got my Kenyan passport in 1965. In Cairo, President Gamal Abdel Nasser put up a secretariat for the liberation movement of Africa. There are all these liberation movements, ANC, the Communist Party of South Africa, Frelimo, the Congress of Malawi, the MPLA, Angola, the SWAPO of now Namibia, KANU of Kenya, and all had the offices in Cairo. And that is where they are coordinating support for liberation movement and all those countries. Nkrumah had set up a center in Ghana where most of these people are living in exile. Mugabe was a teacher in Ghana. A number of Mozambican leaders were there in Ghana. People like Bill Konangi was working there in Ghana at that time. Joy Padma, many people. So Africa was then very united during that period. There was no Arab Africa. There was no Franco-Africa. There was no Anglo-Africa. The support was universal across the continent. Those founding fathers, Ahmed Sékou Touré of Guinea, Modibo Keïta of Mali, Léopold Senghor of Senegal, Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Nigeria, Ahmed Ben Bella, Algeria, Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egypt, Haile Selassie, Ethiopia, Mwalimu Nyerere, Tanzania, Jomo Kenyatta in Kenya. Those were Pan-Africanists at that time. So they were never thinking about themselves as coming from these colonial states. They are seeing themselves as Africans first. And I'm sure that we are able to recreate that spirit of Pan-Africanism that will unite Africans irrespective of their ethnicity, of their colonial heritage, or of their linguistic heritage, but that they are Africans. First and foremost, be Africans. You should be Afrophone, not Lusophone, Francophone, Arabophone, Anglophone. This is my position. It is possible to unite African people and think first and foremost as Africans. Thank you.
Thank you. We had a freelancer